wind, 15 to 20, with a high outgoing, that it's sunny, it's going to make a difference.
Yeah.
It's going to make a difference. The action's going to be good.
Like I said last night, you needed a black and chrome,
Yes.
a Wonder Bread, a black and silver, and yes, even the yellow. Now, if I had to pick in an order, I would take the black and chrome, which you can't get the old school bombers anymore like that. I have black and gold chrome, and they're worth their weight in gold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's under the full moon. Yesterday morning, the wind fucked us, dude. 100%.
Well,
they were starting to charge. We were starting to get fish to 30 pounds. That wind kicked up, and it shut right down, dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but we had strong cloud cover yesterday.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
that wind. Those fish just stayed down.
Yeah.
That's why I think today we got the same, not a northwest, but we got a straight west down the pipe, and the sun is shining. Those fish are going to come up.
Like I said yesterday, they're going to eat in the afternoon on the high drop, dude.
Yes.
Because the sun is out now.
And they're going to sunbathe all fucking day.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's going to matter about the wind. I think they're just going to they're going to be looking up. They're going to be looking up while they're swimming by, and these fish are going to chew.
Exactly, man.
So we got to try it out. And if it doesn't, then we know that there might not be a good population of fish in there yet.
Well,
and we got to go.
After 2 nights ago, the stench of the bass. Like I said, they were starting to feed hard. Then that wind just kicked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In conjunction with that and the wind, because that's a bad wind for there. If that wind's like 5 miles an hour, it's not bad. But that wind with that moon out was sudden death. If you had cloud cover last night, I think with that when that wind dropped down, what did it drop down to, like 5?
Yeah.
You would have had fish. You would have had fish for sure. You know.
When I was leaving, the moon was just starting to get clouds over it, but I wasn't about to stay until 1 o'clock. It wasn't that good of action.
Yeah.
It was spotty. 1-2 hits an hour apart.
Wicked. And that lime truce is killer at night.
Yeah.
What were you throwing us? Or were you slapping that needle light I made?
Yeah, the lime truce needle, and I was throwing the eel slim, and I got banged on twice on it, and no takes. Yeah. I think they just had lockjaw with the moon. They just weren't. They were there,
I
but
think
they weren't. They were. There's a lot of looking.
I think Liam got that one fish. Number one, it was black and silver. Number two, he did a fast. He was cranking that thing fast. I think he just got lucky and triggered a predatory strike. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Paul was down there and was telling him they want it fast.
Yeah.
But I was trying a couple fast retrieves, and I mean it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. I passed out yesterday, dude. That's why I didn't come out. You know. So, you know where I wanted to go today. You know, but we'll do this. We'll do this spot that we won't talk about, you know?
Yeah, we'll try it.
You know, if it doesn't happen on high drop, then we got to shift, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just hoping it's not busy. I mean, it's a nice day. I think there's going to be people out there, but I mean, whatever. We'll just jump in and cast around. I mean, they're going to want, my opinion, you're either going to get them on a dock or a banana.
Yeah.
One of the two.
That fixture, Adam 40, man, that thing just rips, dude. I've caught a lot of fish. I didn't take not one picture. I mean, I had some fish like 15 pounds, but I want to put up on Mike's, show you Fixer's work of arts on SOL. I just want to put a picture up like what I was getting, like 30-pound class fish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we're going to find them. They're in there. I mean,
and that was white with the pink stripe, and
we witnessed in the morning that mid-incoming tide, before the wind even picked up, those fish wanted to chew, and we were into high 20-pound class fish, and they were there. But
exactly, I think they're going to be on gold plugs today too. By the way, I got a vintage Goo Eyes El Cooper, whatever that I rebuilt.
I mean, we got to. I just want to figure out. I just want to figure it out. We've put in this much time this far. It's kind of too late to turn back.
Yeah, I know. You got to move around. Like I wanted to go out last night. I'm pissed off that I fell. I passed out because you know where I wanted to be. We talked about that earlier, and who was there that you talked to. I won't say any names. You know what I mean? But I fell asleep, and I woke up this morning at like 5, and I'm like, oh man.
I mean, I think I'm hoping with this wind, it's supposed to switch up, I think, southwest again this week. So.
Oh, dude, we're gonna clock them this week for sure. Right where we're going, you know that's gonna happen, right?
Oh yeah.
This is definitely the week, man, because those big mammoths rolled in.
Oh, they're in.
They rolled in like 2 nights ago, dude. You know what I mean?
So I mean, once this wind flips to southwest, it's going to be on. It's just a matter. The tides will be lining up to the moon. I believe the moon is tomorrow or Tuesday.
Yeah. For this place where we're going, though, I mean, if you don't have a banana, honestly, I just feel you're going to get fish, but you're not going to catch what we catch. You know what I mean? Like all the trophy bass are on the banana. Every single one of them.
Well, that's the thing. All the bigger bass were hitting that big bait. And that's why I also believe the dock is a big bass attraction over there.
I think it's a big... The thing with the dock, dude...
It's the
okay, because I have my spook. My spook works better than that, right?
But it doesn't attract them as much.
Because it has that clunk in it, man. Well, that clunk brings them up.
I swear that clunk, just the clunk in the dock. I don't care about I think it's just the profile and the sound. And
I'm sold on the sound of that lure.
The sound, I believe, just hypnotizes them. And they got to come up and look at it. And they get pissed at it, and they either tail slap it or they absolutely just choke it.
Exactly.
But from my experience, it's either been the banana, the twitch bait, or the dock produce the big fish over there. It brings them up out of nowhere. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, that's just the daytime bite. The nighttime bite, my big fish over there has been on needles, and it's been on
my slim, on the Danny's,
on big metal,
on the banana.
On the big metal lips.
Exactly.
Slow rolling. If you want your numbers, you're gonna put on SP Minnow. You're gonna put on you're gonna put on a Joe Bag Swatter.
Nope, I'm all set.
You're gonna get numbers. You're gonna get your numbers.
But it ain't gonna be quality.
No, you're gonna get.
You get nice fish, but you know what I mean.
You're gonna get your fish from slot size up. You're gonna get your fish of slot size, 29 to 32 inches. Which, those are fun fish if you're looking for numbers. But if you're hunting for the big fish, in there, it's weird. They want that big bait, but you could be doing 40, 50 casts with nothing, but then you get walloped and you're on a cow.
Yeah, then you have to run for a little bit, and then they come in spurts. Let me shut this thing off, man.